Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Sober School, where you can always find experience, strength, and hope. My name is Drew, and I'm an alcoholic. I want to pitch right in today. I don't think I've shared this before, at least not on Sober School. I've shared it with a few folks. I was talking about it last night with a friend of mine, and I started thinking, I was like, this would be a great topic to discuss in Sober School. Of course, those of you who know me know that July the 5th of 2021, my best friend calls me up and says, I'll take you anywhere you want to go to help get your head right. But you got to be sober. And there's no place on earth that is more zen to me than Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. And all my friends know that I'm a big Civil War buff, and so Gettysburg is it for me. And so I'm 2 weeks into my sobriety, because I had to get sober to go, right, for my best friend to take me. And I'm standing on the southern end of the battlefield on this mountaintop called Little Round Top. This area saw probably some of the heaviest fighting of the entire battle on July 2nd, 1863. Troops just charged up this mountain, charged up this little mountain and tried to assault it. And man, it was tough. But anyway, I'm 2 weeks into my sobriety, thinking, okay, this whole trip to Gettysburg is a chance for me to reset my brain. And so I'm standing there and I'm looking out over. I'm on Little Round Top. I'm looking out over Devil's Den, Valley of Death, the Slaughter Pen, Plum Run, all this whole vast area. And I remember thinking to myself, I'm probably going to die because, again, I was 80 pounds overweight. I've been an alcoholic for years. I didn't think I had a whole lot of time left. I said, I'm probably going to die, and I've always wanted to come up the face of Little Round Top. Now, mind you, I've been there hundreds and hundreds of times, but I was never capable of scaling, or never tried, I should say, of scaling the western face. So I'm standing at the top of Little Round Top looking down. All I got to do is walk down. All I got to do is walk down, right? And then I can turn around and come back up. It's that simple. So I start walking down from the top of the hill down a little ways to right past the 16th Michigan Monument. And keep in mind, Little Round Top is covered with boulders and crevices, and it's July of 2021, so there's a lot of overgrowth and weeds and things like that. There could be rattlesnakes in there. I'm in shorts, right? And I remember thinking all this as I'm going down, and sure enough, I come to this big, what looked like a drop-off. I couldn't tell. There's all overgrown. And I was like, this is why I haven't done this, because I don't know what's on the other side of it. I don't know what's in this overgrowth that I have to obviously walk through. And I should just turn around and go back up to the top of the hill. And it dawned on me at that moment, 2 weeks into my sobriety, actually this past weekend, 2 years ago, it dawned on me that was the very problem of my entire life. I'd faced the slightest obstacle. And then I'd retreat. I'd go back to where it was safe, my alcoholism, right? Instead of dealing with the problem, with the obstacle head on, I'd go back, and I never got a chance to enjoy my life. And I was thinking about all this. I'm standing there, and matter of fact, you can ask my best friend. He saw this. He saw this whole process. I talked to him in January this year. And he told me, he said he was watching me that day, and he said he knew that I was working things out, and he was absolutely right. So here, at this overgrowth, I was like, you know what? This has been the story of my life. This is the moment for me to change. I'm going to take that next step. Step down into that brush, thinking I was going to fall. And keep in mind, again, I'm 80 pounds overweight. I could have fallen into a crevice and got stuck and died. I don't know. Being a little dramatic. But so I go into this brush, take 2 or 3 steps, and I'm out. And lo and behold, there's another path. And I'm closer to where I needed to go. I was like, wow, I don't ever recall being here out of all the hundreds of times I've been here. So I kept walking. Sure enough, at the end of that little path, there's another bunch of overgrowth and shrubbery and everything. And I was like, well, maybe I should just turn around and go back. No, I'm here to change my life. I'm here to take that next step. I plow right through that overgrowth and that brush. 2, 3, 4 steps later, there's another path. This one's even longer. And I was like, well, shit. By this point, I look up. I'm halfway down the mountainside. And again, my goal was to climb the mountain. So I had to go down to the bottom of it and to climb it back up, right? And I remember thinking, man, this is getting really rocky area. I don't know. I don't have that comfort level. I should just turn around and go back up. And I turned around and I looked, and it dawned on me at that moment. It's just as dangerous for me to go back as what it is for me to go forward. I'll say that one more time. It was just as dangerous for me to go back up to the starting point where I started at the top of Little Round Top as what it was for me to go forward. See, danger, that fear is a perception that we create. I created, my whole life, I'd been creating this perception that this obstacle that I was facing, whatever obstacle I was facing, I couldn't overcome it. I couldn't just plow through it or go around it, under, over, whatever. And so I would go back to my old ways, to my old lifestyle. And when that hit me, I was like, holy shit. I plowed through and I got down to the bottom, walked over to the slaughter pen, turned around and looked. And I was like, shit. Now I got to get back up that hill. The good news, the second thing I figured out that day, I'd already been down the path. Matter of fact, I came down the path. I already knew what to expect. And that's so true those 2 points are so true for recovery. For those of us who have been through recovery before and maybe we've relapsed, maybe we've fallen away, you already know the path. You already know how to get to where you want to go. You've already traveled that road. So it's not like there's any surprises there. And for those of you who may be new to recovery, remember, going back can be just as dangerous as moving forward. I'd rather take a chance at getting closer to my goal and move forward, regardless of whatever obstacle is in front of me. I'd rather take that chance, step down off that rock into that obstacle and see what it's about, because there might be an easier path on the other side of that obstacle. So I want to encourage you guys with those two things. If you're new to recovery, if you're thinking about recovery, remember, going back to where you started, that wasn't a good place anyway. And it's a lot of times it's just as dangerous to get back as what it is to keep moving forward. And for those of you who've already been through recovery, maybe you've fallen away, and I know several of you that I've talked to, you've fallen away, and it's okay. No one's here to judge you, especially not me. All right, you already know the path. The path has already been carved out for you. You just got to take that first step. So with that being said, I'll let you guys go. I hope you guys have a kick-ass week, a kick-ass Monday. We were on the road this weekend, and I got back at midnight and in bed at 1, up at 4:30, and we have been training. So I'm already tired. Holy cow. But I love you guys. Thank you guys for letting me come in and share 5-10 minutes of your day with you. If there's someone out there that you think these videos might be of help, please feel free to share it. Send it to them. You can find us on the YouTube, our YouTube channel, as well as the Recovery Classroom Facebook group page, and as well as our website. So I'll let you guys go. Remember, guys, you cannot get drunk if you don't take that first drink.